Hello and welcome to the Coppola TV main news. To present, my name is Wabula Musongole. We go straight into the headlines. President Edgar Lungu raises concern on misapplication of resources in public service. Opposition political parties speak out on Mukula scandal. PF insists contentious Bill 10 will go through. And in foreign news, New Zealand volcano eruption kills 5. Join us after this. President Edgar Lungu has raised concern on the misapplication of resources in the public service. President Lungu was speaking at State House when he swore in Francis Mbewe as Deputy Auditor General and Kambaila Munkoni as Public Policy Analyst. Lovely Kayombo has details in the following report.
President Edgar Lungu is concerned that which financial resources are either misapplied or misappropriated in the public sector. Speaking when he saw in Francis Mbewe as Deputy Auditor General in the Office of the Auditor General and Kambaila Munkoni as Public Policy Specialist, Police Analyst and Coordination Division under Cabinet Office, President Lungu said there is need to restore sanity in utilization of public resources. The head of state further advised the two public officers that their positions are very sensitive and hence they need to respect their oath. Mr. Francis Mbewe, Deputy Auditor General, comes with a vast experience in public service in accounting, finance and auditing for over 25 years. And addressing the media at the State House, newly sworn-in Deputy Auditor General said he worked to ensure that audit queries are reduced in the public sector and safeguard government resources.
Not only from the President, even the public up there, about the audit queries. So obviously we will work as a team and we are geared, we are ready for the challenge to ensure that one, the audit queries are reduced. We are also lucky that the new Public Audit Act, the Public Finance Act, which was enacted in 2018. That's a very good document, and our role is to ensure that that act is put in good use. The enforcement of that act.
Reporting in Osaka, I'm Lovely Kayombo.
The opposition National Democratic Congress NDC party has described as shameful and unfortunate the recent revelations linking the First Family to the illegal sale of Mukula logs. NDC Copperbelt chairperson Chipoka Mulenga has since challenged President Edgar Lungu and his daughter Tassila to clear themselves from a recent published report on the Mukula scandal. A United States-based investigative agency has published a report linking the First Family and some government officials to the illicit export of Mukula logs to China. Mr. Mulenga has further described as shameful the revelations that the First Family is using the Zambian National Service ZNS in the illegal activity. The NDC leader wants government to release a report on how much revenue has been generated from the sale of Mukula logs.
We can't have the people that we believe should be the custodians, or rather the people that we trust to be the people that are going to preserve the interests of the Zambian people, watch over our national resources and protect them. They are the people that are being accused in corrupt activities. What kind of a government is this, where we even have the First Family being named in public media houses as part of the cartels that are corrupt? Chiefs are even standing up to announce of how illegalities have been incited. It's unfortunate. We can't have cabinet ministers conducting illegalities. We can't be hearing of how security wings are protecting the illegalities that is happening. This government is on record banning to transport Mukula or trading in Mukula by all Zambians. Yet they didn't ban because they wanted to save and to save the resources, the natural resources, and collect revenue prudently. They cancelled that so that themselves should be the illegal dealers in the trade of Mukula tree. It's not only Mukula tree. We have seen there in Northwestern Province, in Kabompo district. We have seen how much Rosewood has been exploited by the Chinese. Trucks and trucks every day loaded with rosewood is being exploited, and we are busy just talking about Mukula. This is not acceptable. As NDC on the Cover Belt, we demand that this government must come out clean and explain to the Zambian people the reports in the News Diggers and other media houses about the first family being involved in the illegal trade, the ministers who are supposed to protect the interests of the government, others who are even in the Justice Ministry.
And opposition Green Party leader Peter Sinkamba has called for transparency in the manner natural resources such as the Mukula logs are being managed.
On this issue to do with the Mukula trade, our view is that producing a report that the EIA has done, where they've just indicated on which individuals are trading in Mukula, the cartel, that is not good enough, because people are refusing that are not participating in that kind of activity. The best way to handle this is where the US has to use the global financial system. You know, the financial system for this whole world, the global financial system is controlled by the US. They know who is trading, they know who is paying who is receiving money from who. That's the kind of information that we need to get, where they give us the money trail, how it is moving from China to wherever, to whose account, anywhere in the world, and impose sanctions on those individuals and freeze their assets, freeze the money wherever it is in the world. We need that kind of approach, not a report which they have produced and telling us and everyone is shooting it. That's not going to be helpful for this country.
Meanwhile, the opposition Republican Party president, James Lukuku, has taken a swipe at the Zambian National Service, ZNS officers who are being used in the illicit export of Mukula logs. The RPP leader says the ZNS and other investigative wings with knowledge on the export of the Mukula logs are doing the country a disservice.
This implication of the president in the Mukula trade, as reported by that American organization, deserves to be investigated. We want the issue to be investigated so that the president must come clean. We want the daughter of the president who has been mentioned in this report, being Tasila Lungu, to also be investigated, including the ministers, cabinet ministers that have been mentioned in this trade, because information is available everywhere that there is this trade which is taking place, and we cannot just be there to see same people in the same country are the ones who are benefiting at the expense of others. We even call for the legal.
And the opposition Democratic Party, DP, through its spokesperson, Judith Kabemba, has described the latest Mukula debacle linking the first family as overly embarrassing. But the governing PF, through its media director, Sunday Chanda, claimed the report on the Mukula tree saga by a US-based investigative agency is a mere political scam commissioned by enemies of the party. Mr. Chanda asserts that a named political grouping is working with foreign powers to discredit the PF through publication of fake news so as to incite Zambians to rise against the ruling party. And PF Deputy Secretary General Mumbi Piri has castigated the media for publishing, saying what she has described as malicious and unfounded reports. Ms. Piri said it is unfair to link the first family and some members of the PF cabinet to the export of Mukula logs.
What did we start hearing before the Mukula saga? We heard about the 48 houses, which were linked to President Edgar Lungu and the daughter Tasila. And when it came out through Parliament that the owner of those flats is actually connected to the former Minister of Finance, all kept quiet. Is this the way we are going to live as Zambia? Because all of you are looking for jobs which are not genuine, you can scandalize others. It's very unfortunate and it makes me sad. As Coppola TV, I've given comments on your television many times. That's my feeling. You mean you can't see that there's no content in whatever, there are not even details was written. It's just scandalizing innocent people. Me, I call that report as rubbish. And I thank God that the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Kapata, has taken a step to sue the journalist who published that as the news digger. And I can tell you, I will encourage her so that we get this from this.
As New Congress Party, we would like to caution those that are trying to smear mud at the president and the daughter to the president, Tassila Lungu, over the Mukula issue. Under the New Congress Party, we launched a program that we dubbed Righteous Invasion of Truth Campaign, which is a riot movement. And it is important that when anybody is alleging corruption, they must have sufficient evidence. The smearing campaign that we know that has been recently launched against the first family is a nonsense, which the Zambian people should not tolerate. Because any person that has got evidence of corruption, if you do not report corruption matters to the media and the public, but you report such acts to the Anti-Corruption Commission, why are they fearing to report such matters? Why always bring the name of the president into disrepute? So we are giving them a timely warning. As New Congress Party, we take on anybody that fabricates malicious lies that stands to defend the president. So I want to just give them a timely advice that it is important not to hide under the disguise of a whistleblower, but it is always important that as and when you give information, you must be arrived to the fact that any allegation labeled at the president, if not true, then that amounts to defamation of the president. And as responsible citizens, we want to just tell them that just like we have taken on others, we will take them on. So my prayer is that let us be responsible, let us respect the office of the president. When you are raising a matter against the office of the president, just know that that is an institution that governs this country called Zambia. And you cannot stand to defame it unnecessarily and bring it into disrepute, hatred, and contempt with the people of Zambia. So my prayer is that all those that are raising allegations, baseless allegations, should have the facts, and let them go and table them, those facts, before the Anti-Corruption Commission, or else we investigate and take them on.
In case you have just tuned in, you are watching the Coppola TV main news. Join us after this.
Coppola TV, Coppola ya buena mumwesu Coppola.
My number. Ishusho limentindeaza yama oji orushani. Coppola TV
yama oji. Imuntu wandi Yesu. Fwebene by fwebene. Fwebene. I did the kalasti. Yaku Coppola futi yaba Coppola.
Manje kuikatashani yoina. Na yena ya kuntamboro ni jiviji.
Wala iwe. Ile sango patopsta decoder. Channel 98 paku. Ninshi ya tuvira. Puta mensa ninshi ya lila ni efizimbwe. Kule izimoli la femunjazi.
So yuri landati Coppola TV tayawanga ya maboiling channel wako watu wachila tamba fe wino. Kwangwa filamba fyambo kupona. Uruwa mfotoro pantu ifuma chane wefingi fyamo pura fi.
Alula iwe Coppola TV ni Coppola futi eile kuchalo. No ushali mokuba molasti. Elo ile sansa Coppola yonse my number. Ukwambila fepa my number pandola lwansha. Kito paketi ke mufurila mufuken. Chingola pa chingo begi na chidila bombo iwe. Ni Coppola TV, liko.
muntu wanja pakushongora fika top star wetata ndetambira pofi Kopala TV pachaniyo 98 pakude konkana necharo bumper to bamba ni pate after pate wo pate after pate wo Kopala TV OG yeah. Kopala TV available on Topstar channel 98. Kopala TV, entertainment just for you.
Looking for an opportunity to grow your business? Well, Kopala TV has good news for all small-scale businesses. You can now advertise on Kopala TV's Makwebo. Bonseba na mayo na bashtata. Iseni mulangishe amakwebo yenu pamutengo uachepa nga 100 kwacha. Yes, you heard right. For as low as 100 kwacha, your business will get its peak. Whatever the business, we will advertise. All you need to do is send a text of what your business offers, indicating the name, location, and contact details to the number below. Payment for the advertising spot can be made through MTN mobile money on the number down below. Makwebo, make your business known.
One Zambia, one nation.
Zambia chalo chesu. Stop political violence.
I am Zambian. I am against political violence.
I am Zambian, and I say disarm all cadres now.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
It's not good killing one another as Zambians. Stop the violence.
Let's keep the peace in our streets. Let's work to stay one Zambia.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
Ndimwina Zambia. Lekeni ukulwa pamulandu wa politics.
Welcome back. The governing PF says it has numbers in Parliament to ensure that the much talked about Bill number 10 is passed into law. Details are in the following report.
Lusaka lawyer Makebi Zuru has questioned those accusing the PF of buying UPND Nakwanda Member of Parliament Geoffrey Lungwangwa to produce evidence. Speaking in Lusaka when he featured on the PF Interactive Forum, Honorable Zuru, who is also Eastern Province Minister, as well as Malambo Member of Parliament, wondered who was telling Professor Lungwangwa for the PF to be interested in buying him. He said the person of Professor Lungwangwa's standing can never be bought and does not compromise on his integrity.
Yeah. Who was selling Professor Lungwangwa for PF to buy? So whoever alleges that he was bought should be able to say who was selling for someone to buy him. I think a person of Professor Lungwangwa's standing, you can't allege such things against him. He's a very respectable gentleman. He taught me in my first year of university, and I've known him to be the kind who does not compromise on his integrity. Even the manner he debates in Parliament, he does not go with the flow. He goes with reason.
Honorable Zuru also expressed confidence that Bill 10 will garner the required two-thirds majority to pass the second reading come next year, February, when the bill will be presented before the floor of the House. He said some progressive UPND MPs have indicated their willingness to vote for the Bill 10 in February next year. Honorable Zuru has since thanked the two UPND members of Parliament who did not walk out of Parliament in protest against Bill 10, adding that their gesture was that of patriotism above personal interest.
And what's the way forward as regards constitutional amendment? This is a very important point to take into consideration, because we know that come February we will be considering Bill 10, and in considering Bill 10 we'll be going to the second reading, which requires a 2/3 majority, and I can confirm that we will be able to meet the 2/3 majority threshold together with our colleagues on the other side, because now reason is coming in. It's reason that should prevail over anything, over our national interests. We have seen that there have been a lot of negativity before people got to know the procedures that we go through in Parliament, where when a bill comes into Parliament, it's scrutinized, and for purposes of debating it on the floor of the House, a report is generated, which is seen to have scrutinized the bill, to look at its positives, its negatives, and how best it can be amended to suit the aspirations.
Reporting in Osaka, I'm Lovely Kayombo.
A civic leader in Kitwe has asked government to consider increasing the allocation of the Ward Development Fund. Details are in the following report.
The request to have a bridge linking F section and the local court area in Chibota ward of Usakile constituency has been on the cards for a long time now. After several years of waiting, a bridge has finally been constructed here. 97% of works have so far been done on the project, thanks to the area civic leader who has used resources from the Ward Development Fund to ensure that a bridge is finally constructed. Previously, residents here would use this sewer pipeline whenever they wanted to make movements in this ward. Kefas Mwila is the PF Chibota ward councillor. Mr. Mwila wants government to increase the allocation of money under the Ward Development Fund.
Actually, when we are talking about these constructions, and it's very rare you find that a footbridge is constructed using Ward Fund. Usually, constructing bridges of this nature are supposed to be done under Constituency Development Fund. What do I mean by this? By saying this, because minimum of constructing the bridge of this nature is supposed to be a minimum of 120,000 and above.
The construction of the bridge has excited residents here.
So in the night, sana nangu kutacha sana wa council pamona wa mano contractors pakisa panga I bridge.
Twalibomba wino na group yesu yi pali nanikani pali bridge no kutotera kuli ba mano contractors na kuli ba councilor awa wadi.
70,000 kwacha has been sent on the construction of this bridge. This bridge that is yet to be commissioned. Blessings, Madama. Kopala TV News in Kitwe.
The price of fertilizer in Kitwe has reached 420 kwacha. Diana Kafwala has the details.
Distortions in the local currency have seen the local currency losing its value in the last few weeks. Agro-dealers in Kitwe have upped fertilizer prices by up to 50 kwacha. A 50 kilogram bag of fertilizer is now selling at 380 kwacha. A few weeks ago, a 50 kg bag of fertilizer was selling at between 340 kwacha and 350 kwacha. Farmers in Kitwe feel that the hike in fertilizer prices will affect their crop yields.
Ichi natusangokwe ati umutengo wa fertilizer nawunyika sana. Lero kabiri twise kumatawa ama meda ya matawa yalishitika 18 yalishitika 20 kwacha pali 1 meda. Omba ifefeta twakumanisha na ngchini. Kwetu sunga bambi natukwata bana banshi. Bambi fingi fyo ifyo tatukwete mukachikamirile sika kwati we government mungakwafa. Omba twarachita shane pali mitengo matukero kusangwa kwati fertilizer na idura. Twise kumatawa meda imo ileshitika 20 pini. Omunga wali na ukwata bana banshiwa au lesunga. Nangu na ulisha fwewe bamita tuomba institution. Tuomba fye ya malasha imbi waomba kapiswe kifia fine. Omba fwe tuomba fye kuli mwe ubuteko. Ichikaramba nafuko makuli wa president weso panto eba tusunga mukatike sondeli. Kabili wo twalomba kuli wa president kutira twati. Mtu watu wesha komuteo kali mtu ba sale nshira imo eba banga twafira mo. Fwe tulesunga bana bashiwa fwe tatukweto kwa kubomba fwe tatukwete fya kushita.
Lelo tulero bulanda patuli pamakasa abafyachi batabalungu kutuafurisha kuri fertilizer turefwa ya fyakulia fifule mu Zambia fyakulia nga fyafula mu fertilizer efumya fyakulia umushiri bari onaola so fertilizer eleta fyakulia mu Zambia so fure wabosha fertilizer no taurimu na nguta kwete amaka ya kulima ala kwata amaka ya kulima na garden ashita pamera fertilizer apo sapanshi pamushiri fyakulia fyafula ifwe turi pamakasa abafyashi batabalungu fure batuposa kwa mano turi bana benu mwila tusula ifinginga twalanda twayirishana efintu turemona.
Agro experts have predicted that with the continued downfall in the value of the local currency, fertilizer prices might swell to over 400 kwacha by the month end of December 2019. Dana Kafwala, Kopala TV News in Kitwe.
And in foreign news, a volcano has erupted in New Zealand, leaving 5 people dead and several others unaccounted for, police have said. Tourists were seen walking inside the crater of White Island volcano just moments before the eruption. Police said 23 people had been rescued, but warned conditions were hampering the operations. The New Zealand military is now helping police. To end the Kopala TV news, we go over the headlines once again. President Edgar Lungu raises concern on misapplication of resources in the public service. Opposition political parties speak out on Mukula scandal. PF insists contentious Bill 10 will go through. And in foreign news, New Zealand volcano eruption kills 5. Thank you for watching the Kopala TV news. My name is Wabula Musongole. God bless and happy festive season.